Welcome back, everyone. Our SNN Friday Football Fever Game of the Week has the Riverview Rams heading south to Venice for a matchup with the Indians. Now, Venice has been built into a perennial power under head coach John Peacock with a quarterback-wide receiver combo that has played 4 years together and is good and getting better every game. Now, Riverview is in its initial year under head coach Josh Smithers, but they too have been put back on the map, and now they are too even better with Arthur Brantley at quarterback. These two coaches were teammates in high school and then on national championship Georgia Southern in college, but there is a deep rivalry and competition underlying that long friendship.
I haven't spoke to him much this week. Haven't had a whole lot to say to him since I've taken over. He's had quite a bit to say and through text message and a lot of trash talk coming from him, but I've kind of just kept my mouth shut and focused on doing my job here. They're loaded with talent. They have an awful lot of transfers that came from all over Lakewood Ranch, Sarasota, Booker. They've gotten all kinds of players. They're pretty much becoming a local all-star team. So we definitely have our hands full.
All right, joining me now from Venice High School, Lyndon Blake, who's down there. She's been following this rivalry and talks to both of these coaches. And Lyndon, I don't know if they're digging at each other or just trying to love each other to death, like Vince Lombardi used to do. But Riverview has not beaten Venice since John Peacock took over in January of 2007. So this is going to be probably the best game in 10 years or so.
I know they have not done that. Don, I think what's interesting, the coaches, they have their own beef going on off the field, but I think what's going to make this game a great game is both teams have such an amount of respect for each other. Venice did go undefeated last season. They lost to Plant, though, in that kickoff classic. So they got their humble at the beginning of the season. I think they're not taking any team lightly, and I think both teams, their players, it was what's kind of interesting. You hear players always say, like, oh, cookie cutter, we're preparing for this team. We take this team, every team serious, but no. But for this game, Don, they're seriously taking this game serious because there's a lot on the line. You have Arthur Brantley that's transferred in. He's trying to prove himself. This is his first really big game. They ran all over Booker in, 13 minutes? But this is his first big test, as is for the Venice Indians, their first home games. They're packing a big crowd here at Powell Davis Stadium. And it'll be very interesting to see what the game's going to go like.
Now, Lyndon, they also these two guys obviously are friends, but also Peacock mentioned in that soundbite that, Riverview's full of transfers now. But the funny thing is, when he took over Venice, Josh Smithers took over Cardinal Mooney, and Venice raided the coffers of Cardinal Mooney. So
yes, I know. They kind of joked about the all-star team transfers coming in, but as you've been in this area for a while, Venice has had their fair share of people transfer to calm down and play for Coach Peacock and the Indians. But another thing I think is kind of funny about this little rivalry, you said they both played on that national championship team at Georgia Southern. So Peacock, obviously a big fan of what they have going up there in Statesboro. Arthur Brantley's actually committed to Georgia Southern, and that's where Matthew LaRoche, Venice's star running back last year, is getting ready to play ball this Saturday. So there's a lot of mix, a lot of interweaving and with this rivalry, Don.
All right, excellent. They're both good again, but neither team played last year. So Riverview had a great year last year, but they were rained out. So this will be the first time that it's going to be like a powder keg.